This is a question that's very important to anybody who's drinking too much or is an alcoholic or is concerned. Why can't I stop drinking? All right, it's quite simple, isn't it, the question? Why can't I stop drinking? The answer is probably quite complex until you get your head around it. Now, to stop drinking for life seems a massive, massive turnaround, especially if you like your drinking, especially if you're used to it. You've got to think of it as one day at a time, really. You can stop one day at a time. Most people can stop drinking. Unless you're alcohol dependent like I was and I had seizures. If you're alcohol dependent, you've got to get some professional advice. But most people can stop. It's staying sober is a problem. So it's a mindset change, all in here. It's a bit like when you're losing weight. You say, oh, I'll go to the gym. I'll do more on the treadmill. I'll do more walking. I would say, from the people I've spoken to, the personal trainers, the nutritionists, 80% of it is what you eat and what you drink. 20% is the gym, and obviously a lot of motivation as well. Stopping drinking is not that difficult on paper. But what you've got to do is you've got to change your mindset. You've got to think, well, that chapter of my life's over. I'm not going to go to the pub so much. And you get all these excuses from people. I'll get bored. I'll miss my friends. Most of the people in the pub aren't really your friends. They're just people you visit in the pub. It becomes a habit. It can lead to an addiction. Even if you're addicted to it, you can't get off it. But you have to change your mindset. You have to have a strong reason to stop. Mine was health in the end. I was severely ill, seriously ill, to the point where I was nip and tuck really, where I'd survive, and I'm lucky to be here. Bit of a miracle that I'm here. If you haven't, unless you've got that incentive, you can't stop. So why can't I stop drinking? Most of it is because a lot of people don't really want to. I didn't when I was younger. I was dragged to the doctors by my ex-wife, by my parents, stopped for a while, then I relapsed because I thought, oh, I feel better now. This is a big problem, relapse, a big, big problem. I feel better, I'll start again. But you've got to break it down. You've got to think, what do I want out of life? And I know a lot of people who maybe try to stop drinking and say, oh, I'll get bored, I've got to go to the booze, and my friends are there, as I said earlier. And it just becomes habitual, doesn't it? I don't want to sit in the same pub, in the same seats with the same people every day. Not anymore, Don. Since I've stopped drinking, I feel a lot better. I want you to feel a lot better as well. I would like you to stop drinking before I got to the stage where I was. A lot of people are disabled by drinking as well, People have had heart attacks, strokes. Certain cancers are caused by alcohol. There's lots and lots of reasons to stop drinking. It's a far better life on the other side. If you don't stop drinking, you will end up with most probably a shorter life and most probably not a lot of activity in your life when you get older. So you've got to get your head around this. It's a different way of life. My mother is 93. She always used to say, if you stop drinking, it's a different way of life. You've got to approach it like that. You can't, if you're an alcoholic or you've got alcohol issues or you're a heavy drinker, you can't be a social or sort of normal drinker anymore. You have to change your mindset and think, well, I have the opportunity now to get well. There's some support out there. There's people like myself will help you. There's other people on here will help you. Doctors, limited because they've got so much demand. So much demand on doctors' time now. So you've got to do it yourself. Okay? Once you get over the dependence part of it, once you get help with that, once you stop, it's a job for you. And you've got to think, my life's mine now. I'm in control. Because once you stop drinking, you're in control. Once the alcohol hasn't got control of you, you steer the ship. All right? See, I'm sober confident now. I've steered past most of the problems. It's always there in the back of my mind, what would it be like to drink again? I know, well, not completely, nobody knows what's going to happen tomorrow. I'm 100% confident in my own mind I won't drink again, because my life's too good. And it was too bad when I was drinking. And I drank for years, and it was a battle every day to feel well. I actually feel well every single day now. I never get a cold, never get a cough, nothing. I've been to see some guys I used to drink with earlier on. Some in the 40s, coughing, spluttering, flu. They're weak, they look pale, they look ill, to be honest with you. They're the prime of their life, really, My guy's only 40. Another guy had pancreatitis. He takes 17 tablets a day because he won't change his mindset. He keeps drinking every day. pancreatitis twice, 17 tablets, and he drinks every day from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. He'll not last long, will he? If he does last a few years longer, there won't be much quality in his life. He won't feel good. And we all know how bad it feels when we've got a hangover. It's not good, is it? We get the anxiety, we get the shakes, we get the fears, we get all these things going on. We can't drive, we can't go on public transport, we can't socialise without a drink, we can't relax without a drink. That's another big thing. When you go for the drink, you can relax. So get into your head there's only one way to survive this, and that's to stop drinking. If you turn left, you will not last very long. If you turn right, you've got a better chance of living a longer life. There's always going to be issues in life, whether you're sober or whether you're drinking. But when you're sober, you can deal with them better. You can deal with any other health issues. You can deal with any maybe financial issues as well. There's things you can do to help yourself. You can help others as well. But you've got to remember the 80-20 rule. Okay? It's as simple as that. Because you cannot just rely on stopping for a little bit of time. You know, you've got to remember that you've got to stop for life now. And the 80% of the battle is to just keep focused on the positive side of it. If you're going to a bit of a negative for the 20%, pull yourself back again. Yeah? Let's say it's like the weight loss thing. 20% is your exercise, the 80% is what you eat. And your mindset here, you've got to be positive as much as you can. If you're a positive person anyway, you'll sail through it. If you're not, you can get some support. Because I don't want people to fail with this. The reason I'm doing this is to help people. I don't want anybody to get the staying hours in. So think of it, I've mentioned it before, is this top bar here is I'm not going to drink, all right? That's the drink in there. As the day progresses, you feel a bit more pressure, a bit more, something else comes along, and you might feel, well, just get to a little bit closer, and I'll not have a drink, you're okay again. If you cross that line there, because you've had a bad day or because you feel great again, you're going to relapse, then you're pretty much knackered, aren't you? You're bollocks then. You're back on the booze. Keep these lines as far apart as possible. The motivation to stop and start again has to be as far apart as possible. Your motivation has to be there all the time. And it's not going to be easy. Nothing's easy in life. Nothing that you achieve in life is easy, especially with alcohol, because it can be a battle. But if you get your head around it, that's half, well, it's 80% of the issue, isn't it, really, like I said. If you're just struggling along, have a couple of weeks here, off it, and then you're back on it again, and you're on it and off it, you're going to get worse and worse quicker and quicker. Because if you relapse, you get what's called the kindling effect over a period of time, where every time you relapse, it's worse again for your body. And if you've been off for a long time, it's a massive shock to your body to drink again, and you're back on it. I mentioned a few times when I was off for 8 years, I went back on it. Within 6 months of having the first drink, I was hooked again. You've got to concentrate on that. But if you get your mind right, you've got most of it cracked. If you need any help with that, get in touch. I do one-to-one sessions with people. I've been pretty successful with that, getting people off. More or less a shock and awe thing of what happened to me, I think. Makes people think twice about having a drink. And also keep in contact on, you know, it's accountability as well. Because as soon as you drink one, you're going to be back on it, aren't you? I've got a book out as well, there's a little link in there. Try and focus on doing something positive, doing something healthy. If you get bored, do something different. Don't go down the same old route. The pub door, as I've said before, is so easy to go through, but get out of it is difficult. As soon as you go in there, you're sort of trapped on you. Have one or two, that's you done for the night, if you're a problem drinker, like I was, and like many of you will be here. And if you're just interested in it, I can tell you now, life sober is a different ballgame. I'll speak to you all soon. Have a pleasant evening.